Welcome back, toy fans, to episode 153 and this New Year's Day edition of Ronald's Reviews. And on today's episode, we're going to take a look at some Christmas gifts. Cue the march. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we're going to take a look at a few Christmas gifts I received this year. But I was a little bit toy light this year. I've got no space in the room now, so I did say to people, try to stay clear of toys, to be honest, because I've just got nowhere to display them. But I was lucky enough to pick up a few things. So let's jump in and see what I got. Okay, so we're going to start with these, everyone. So if you follow the channel closely, recently you'll know that I've been picking up a few comics. Only last week, in fact, I picked up a Transformers #1 and #2. Now, I'm very lucky that I work with some lovely people, and every year we exchange a few Christmas gifts and things. Now, my colleague who I work with, Emma, she's a collector herself and she does like a comic, and she picked me up for Christmas a Transformers #38. Which I'm really, really pleased to have. Like I say, I started collecting a few of these. These are the 80s ones. And she also picked me up for Christmas a Transformers #41. So I'm very, very pleased to get these. Thank you, Emma. I do appreciate it. But yeah, Emma's a bit of a comic book fan herself as well. So no surprise to get these off her. But if that wasn't enough from Emma, I then received this. And this is from good old Dave over at Monkey Boys Toys. Now, me and Dave are huge mask fans and mask collectors, and he knows that I've picked up a few of these now. In fact, the IDW ones Dave himself sent me as a prize for winning the Mask Top 5 video. There will be another video, by the way, coming soon. Me and Dave are going to do a best of the rest, so keep an eye on the channel for that. But yeah, so we've picked up a few comics for Christmas, so thank you, Emma. Thank you, Dave. I really do appreciate that. I love them. I'm going to have a blast going through those in the coming weeks. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, and next up is this guy, and here we've got a vintage Linkso from Thundercats from LJN. Now again, if you've been following the channel closely, you'll know that I am picking up a few Thundercats these days, and my brother and sister-in-law bought me this for Christmas. Now, this character does generally go for quite a bit of money on eBay, but I managed to find this for what I thought was a really good price, and my brother had sort of been into me saying, look, you know, we still need a couple of bits for you for Christmas. Is there anything on your list that you want? So I sent him the link for this, and luckily they picked it up for me. I mean, a little bit of paint loss here and there on his hands and on his feet, which is pretty standard, but by and large he's in pretty good condition. And like I say, it can be quite expensive. He's usually sort of 50, 60, 70 pound mark on eBay. I found this guy at 35, and I said to my brother, you know what, if you could get me this, I'd really like it. So no shield, but I think, you know, I'll have to accept that I may well never have that. It's very expensive when you find it. But in fact, I've not actually checked if his action still works. Let's see if his action works. Oh yeah, it does. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, really pleased to get a vintage Linkso, and I will be adding more figures to my Thundercats collection going forward. Okay, moving on. Okay, and here's the next one. Now, this might surprise you a little bit because generally I don't really collect Funkos. They're not really something that I go after. However, I do have a handful. People tend to buy me them as gifts, but I've got to say, whenever I do get them, I love them because they're always characters that I love from movies that I love, and these are no different. Now, White Men Can't Jump is a massive, massive favourite movie of mine and my brother's. We still quote a lot of the lines to this day.
Hey, yo, man, you said we was going to Sizzler.
Oh, man, shut your anorexic, malnutrition, tapeworm having, overdose, Dick Gregory, Bahamian diet drinking ass up. Leave me alone.
It's just something we grew up with. I mean, this was released around early 90s, I think maybe 92. Me and my brother will have been 12 or 13. We shouldn't have been watching it, but we love this movie. Just a great movie, so I was very, very happy to get Sidney Dean. I just think he's a great character. And yeah, we're a huge fan of basketball movies. When we followed basketball back in the early 90s, we were loving things like White Men Can't Jump. And then later on, we loved films such as Above the Rim and He Got Game. Just really big fans of basketball movies like that. So yeah, like I say, whilst it might surprise some people, because Funkos are generally not something I buy, I was really happy to get this. But of course, you can't have Sidney Dean without Billy Hoyle, and look at that. I mean, that is great. He's got his backwards cap, and just such a great partnership.
Really listen to me. What? White men can't jump.
So yeah, really happy to get these. Like I said, I don't get many Funkos, but I have got a handful. But they're always figures that I love from movies that I love, such as the dude from Big Lebowski. I've got Marty from Back to the Future. I've got Bill Lumbergh from Office Space. Prince Hakeem and Semi from Coming to America. So whenever they are characters that I love, I do enjoy getting them. So yeah, really happy to get those. Moving on to the last thing. Okay, and here we go. So this is from all the way from the States, and it's from Ron. Now, you will remember Ron. A few months ago, Ron was the one who sent me the boxed bullet and the boxed meteor from Mask. And this arrived a couple of weeks ago, and again, it's from Ron, completely unexpected, no idea what is in here. I have opened it on the top because the address, Ron's address and my address was on the top of it, so I have opened it, but I've not unwrapped it. I've no idea what's in here, so let's get inside. We've got a note. Let's just quickly read that, make sure there's nothing sensitive in it first. Okay, no, that's fine. So the note reads, "Season's greetings, Luke. I hope you and yours are well. I just wanted to send you something for the holidays, and I found this for what was an amazing deal. I know you collect these as part of a less dominant collection, so I hope it will fit right in. Anyway, have a happy holiday season and stay well. Your pal from across the pond, Ron." Well, thank you, Ron. That is very generous of you. Like I say, I have no idea what this is, but a less dominant collection in my collection. So okay, let's have a look. So we've got a little bit of packing. Let's just get that out. Let's get into this. Oh my god. No way. Oh my god. Ron, what have you done? So this, as you can see everyone, is a carded Lionheart from Supernaturals. Now, oh my god, Ron, what have you done? I don't know if Ron realised, I'm assuming he does, but this was the only figure I needed for my Supernaturals collection. Now, when I say the only figure I needed, there are Ghostlings that I plan to pick up, but there's 6 main characters, and this was the one I was missing. And there are a few things to note about Lionheart, so let's get him on the table and take a closer look.
Now you can join the battle between brave Lionheart and evil Skull and their eerie ghostlings.
Lion, you're dying. Now, Master.
They change to fight with ghostly might. Turn them into the light and they change into even more powerful creatures.
Now, the lion in me is free. Take this!
Supernaturals. Lionheart, Skull and Ghostling sold separately. New from Tonka.
And there he is, everyone. Again, please excuse my voice, everybody. I'm just getting over a little bit of cold, but oh my god. I am absolutely blown away by this. Ron, again, I don't know if you knew I needed this one, but I just want to make a few points before I carry on about Lionheart. Now, if you collect Supernaturals, you will know there's a few things to note about Lionheart. That one, he's the hardest to find. Now, he's not necessarily hard to find as such, but you find far more of the other characters than you do Lionheart. He's the harder one to find. 2, he suffers from gold plastic syndrome, so he goes very brittle because he's gold in colour. So when you do find him loose, he's often broken, his arms are often snapped off and things like that. 3, his accessories are probably the hardest to come by intact. Now, his shield and sword isn't necessarily difficult to find, but his chest plate is often cracked or broken, and his visor is always missing, and by far the hardest part to get. So again, that makes him very difficult to collect. And the last one, he is by far the most expensive when you get him on card. Now, when I realised when I was opening this, and I realised it was a Supernaturals figure because I could just see it through the bubble wrap, the first thought in my head was, it won't be Lionheart. And look at this. I cannot believe it. Ron, I don't know how you do it, mate, but thank you so much. This is my one and only so far carded Supernatural. I love it. It will be treasured. I don't know what to say. Words just don't seem enough. Words just don't seem enough. You can see the little comic book behind him there, and if I hit the light right, I don't know if I can get it, you can just see his lion shield there, and you can just see his chest going as well. My god, this is unbelievable. Let's just take a look at the back. So there we go, look, so 6 main characters to get. I've now got all 6. The others are in various states of completion. I think Snakebite is complete, but these were made by Tonka. I think it was 86, 87 time. See it? Yeah, 87. But wow. I am staggered. Ron, words don't seem enough, mate. I cannot thank you enough. Oh, wow, it looks amazing. And these were a huge, even though I've only started collecting Supernaturals recently, these were a massive part of my childhood when I was growing up. I've told the story a few times now about how me and my brother used to collect them. We used to buy them with our pocket money from a local store called Nixie Plonks. The weapons glue up, they glow up in the dark. We used to line them up at the end of our beds on a night, and we wouldn't go to sleep because we kept looking at them. But so this Ron is connected to a massively happy childhood memory as well. Oh, wow, I love it. I don't know what else to say, my friend. Thank you so much. So there we go, everyone. Just a few pickups that I got this Christmas. I just want to say thank you again to Emma for the Transformers comics. Love those. Really going to enjoy reading those. And Dave from over at Monkey Boys Toys. Thank you, Dave. I will really enjoy reading that Mask Annual. Yeah, very excited to get into that. If you don't know Dave's channel, everyone, check it out. Monkey Boys Toys. I will leave a link in the description below. Great channel. You will enjoy it. Thank you to Joe and Nicola for picking me up a link, and Sydney Dean and Billy Hoyle from White Men Can't Jump. Love those, really do. They're going to display great. And finally, last but in no way least, Ron for picking me up a carded Lionheart. I still can't really believe I'm looking at that in my collection, Ron. Thank you so much. That will be absolutely treasured. I'm going to see if I can get a case for it. I'm not sure if you can get acrylic cases for Supernaturals. Jump in the comments and let me know if you can. I may need to go see GW Acrylics to see if they can custom make me a case for that, because I don't think you can get them ready made. But if you know of anyone that does produce them in the UK, let me know. But yeah, so pleased to get that. So there we go, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. Just before I wrap up, though, I do need to give one more big thank you. You may have noticed that I've got some new graphics on the channel, and they are thanks to Dave over at Toy Polloi. So I just want to say a massive thank you, Dave. I really love the new graphics. They're more of an updated version of what I used to have. Tez created me my original graphics, and they're just an updated version of those because I loved what Tez did for me, and I just wanted them to have a facelift. I didn't want to change them completely, so I'm really pleased. So thank you again, Dave. That is very generous of you to do that for me. Yeah, and I really think it's just made a huge difference to the appearance of the channel. Okay, so there we go, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and giving me a shot. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you're one of my existing viewers and existing subscribers, thank you for sticking with me, everyone. I really do appreciate it. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I always try to read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time.